freeze.
Yeah, and you may have let your meditation go a bit, or some of your spiritual practice because of the stress, but hopefully you picked it back up again.
Yes.
And so we're gonna do a 4-card spread for you
Right.
this month, for the month of June. First card, overall environment of the month.
Second card, your challenge.
Third card,
The unexpected.
forewarned is forearmed.
Forewarned is forearmed. And the fourth card is the overview, or perhaps an important event. So let's see what happens for you, dear Scorpio.
They always have a powerful reading.
They always do. And again,
Once again,
the Emperor upright.
Oh wow, the ability to rule.
Yes.
The good father card. And what does a good father do? They protect.
They protect. They rule with. They are the rule givers. You see, a good parent is not one that's always lenient. A good parent creates boundaries and says that you will not go past this boundary or you won't be rewarded. And so it's about establishing boundaries,
Yes.
rules and regulations.
Somehow that comes into your life. Now, if that's your father,
Oh, it could be.
if it's how your partner fathers,
Right.
this seems to be at issue.
At issue
Yes.
for the month of June.
Yes, this has come up.
Right. So it's the management of your family, of your life, and imposing into that arena the rules and regulations by which you adhere and you live by, both by decreeing it to those within your realm and by also decreeing it to yourself.
Yes, and we all have inner parents too.
Yes, we do.
We have an inner father and we have an inner mother.
Yes.
So what is your inner father saying to
Yes,
you?
that stern father within.
To your inner child.
But that stern father is very loving.
Yes.
All these rules and regulations are for your own good
And protection.
and protection.
Yes.
So it's protecting those in your realm and leading. This is a leadership card, and leading with a firm hand.
Yes.
All right.
Interesting card for Scorpio
Very.
to color the entire month. First we have the father, the good dad, who's
then
drawing boundaries, and then we have the kids in the back seat of the car fighting.
Screaming at you, no!
That's your challenge. You got all these crazy kids around.
And they could be your actual children, or they could just be people around you who are acting like children.
That's right.
Those around you who are not on the same page. So all it is your challenge is to get everybody in agreement to the new rules and regulations you're setting.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Or even establishing what they are, because they have to change from time to time.
Yeah.
As the kids grow up, or as we grow up, or as we change, or our relationship changes, we have to reassess
Yes.
the boundaries and the that's, yeah.
But you know what this is?
Cross purposes.
You see all the people
Yeah.
involved. This is teamwork.
Yeah.
This is about teamwork.
Yeah.
So it's about bringing everybody into the team, into the fold. And that's why you're setting the rules and regulations so that everybody can function as a team.
Right. Like, did your mother used to make those notes when she left the house? The chore list? Do you remember the chore list?
Oh,
Clean
no.
the bathroom. Do like 10 things. Like, they were silly little things. You know, like brush your teeth, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I used to do that for my kids.
Oh, really?
But the first thing we did as kids was we would go to our sibling and see who had the longer list.
Cheat list.
We're like, she gave you 12 things and I have 14, or, you know, whatever.
My mother was a Scorpio.
Yeah.
So that.
So was mine.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So that list was not written on paper, but it was written in my psyche. Never to be forgotten. So,
Well, my Scorpio mother used to make lists.
yes.
And the first thing we would
yes.
do is we would compare our lists. So that's kind of funny.
That is very funny.
Yeah, but it's organization either way.
Yes, and it's teamwork.
Yes.
And your challenge is to get the team organized and moving in the same direction.
Yes.
Agreement. That's all.
I like it.
All right. It means is that you need to turn your perspective around.
Yes.
That is, you have to see everything from a totally different perspective.
Right.
So to come to understand the situation and to be able to control it. And so the hangman just simply allows you to
Stop.
step back, and see it as if you were somebody else entirely.
Seeing it for the very first time.
Yes,
As if
seeing
you
it.
were standing on your head.
Oh, yes.
And
yes.
looking at the situation.
Right.
Which you might even want to try that. Sometimes I actually do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where you want a new perspective, you like, I have one of those big balls, you know, the chairs balls.
Mm-hmm.
And I, you know, lay over the back of it and just kind of get a new perspective on things.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I
you
see.
just kind of shake things up. But I will say, this card is interesting because if you have kids, and it's June, and they're all home for the summer, okay? And you really, and they won't give you any private time, okay? The next time they open that bedroom door, you should be standing on your head. That'll scare them.
Oh, I see what you meant, standing on your head. I'm sorry. Yes,
Right,
that's
right.
That's right.
Like
So-
shake it up and like
Yes.
shock them a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
But another thing about this card, the Hangman, is unexpectedly you also feel a little like you're in suspended animation. Sort of like you don't know exactly which way to head. You see, so there's a moment unexpectedly when you are not as sure.
Mm-hmm.
You see? So unexpectedly, that determination that you had here in the beginning of the month and this sort of contention that you have here that you're challenged with leaves you feeling as if you're not grounded, as if you're suspended, and it's sort of like I always think of it as a moment of when the wheel stops turning and everything comes to a standstill.
Right, unexpectedly.
Unexpectedly, you're not getting it done.
It's like you're in stasis.
You're in stasis.
Yeah.
Perfectly
Yeah.
put.
So that's a good time to study the situation. Which this
Study
is
the
the card of the
situation
student.
because you come to a point where you don't know what to do next.
Get a book.
You know?
Go to the self-help section. Actually, there are a lot like if this is about parenting and fathering and kids home for the summer and drawing boundaries. I mean, you might want to go, just read a book or go to YouTube. I mean, there are a lot of awesome videos on YouTube that have to do with, drawing boundaries and how to deal with different situations. So
yes, absolutely.
just Google
absolutely. So it's not a bad card. In fact, it's a very spiritual card because this is a card of detachment
And understanding.
And seeing it from a completely different point of view.
Maybe it's
Okay.
from this fellow's point of view.
Right.
Okay, so what is coming
At the end.
at the end? Okay, now we can take off our glasses.
Oh, yes. All right. So,
What we have is we have the 9 of Wands. And
upright.
yes, and okay, you go ahead because I have a thought too. Let's see if
Alright.
they match because that's the fun of having 2 readers. No waiting.
All right. So your challenge is to bring the team together, okay? And at the end of the month, it's the battle-worn soldier who has who's a little wary of what might happen, but there's a great deal already accomplished. You're almost there, but it's that you again take the time to assess the next step, the final step in accomplishing your aim. You're a little bit suspicious, let's just say, at the very end, a tiny bit suspicious as to how to complete this project. So you're being very cautious at the end of the month, because you don't want anything to happen willy-nilly.
Right. No, I think that's right. Because I think that you've probably engaged into some of these petty arguments,
Yes.
which are this is the challenge,
Yeah.
and you've learned. This is a June thing. This seems like a summer thing
Yeah.
with kids home, or maybe even it's at work where you're at cross purposes with others who you need to sort of fall in line to so that you can create sort of a working environment, if that makes sense.
Yes.
A work environment that works, and whether that's at home or at work, it doesn't really matter. But to me, you've learned from this card. This basically says, hey, I get it, and sometimes it's better to stand back and let the others kind of fuss among themselves and stand back, and just sort of plan your next kind of move, or it's a time to step back, I guess. Because you're almost there.
Yeah.
You're almost there,
Yeah.
but it's it's kind of like it's wearing you out.
It's
Maybe what you need to do is like take a mini weekend with this guy.
Oh.
Get
yeah.
away from the kids or the kids at work, or
Or it might be what's going on right here. Unexpectedly, you do take time off.
That's
what that
take
is.
a break.
You need to take a break.
Get some
because
space.
Unexpectedly, you need to take a break.
Yes.
And so it is about finding that putting a no action place within all this action.
Yeah, it's like on a hotel room.
In a hotel room.
Do not disturb.
That's it. Put a do not disturb sign up so that you can really go and gain a fresh perspective on things.
If you have to make your own on poster board,
Right.
do not disturb it. Put it on your door.
Right.
Put
Right.
it,
And
Yeah.
I misunderstood. There is a headstand in yoga, but not where you're suspended, this is like suspended in midair in effect. You're suspended, and in being suspended, there's no movement, and you can see things upside down, and that's what you need for the month of June in order to bring all of this together.
Yeah, it's like you can give yourself suspension. You know how you used to get suspended from high school?
Oh,
Suspend yourself from your family.
I wish that happened. I always envied those people.
I never got suspension.
I never did either.
And then you get to go, I like that
Darn.
because you get after school homeroom where you just sit there and do nothing.
Nothing.
Well, it's like the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right.
And you hang out with all your
You hang out
friends
with
and
all
do
your
nothing.
Friends and do nothing.
Yeah.
I advocate that.
Yes, I think
Yes.
this is definitely the month to put yourself on suspension.
That's right. Put yourself on suspension because this whole thing is difficult. It is a difficult challenge for you. You have to be a stern leader.
Yes, you do.
And when you are a stern leader, you're not always liked.
Or you're going to have to encourage the man in your life, or the men in your life,
Yes.
to do their job.
To do their job, to mow the lawn.
Create boundaries with the
Create
kids,
boundaries.
control the kids.
Right.
So that you can have a self-imposed suspension from the kids, or vacation.
Suspension from your life.
Yeah, just take a break.
Take a break.
Yeah.
And June is a great time to take a break.
It sure
you
is.
You need to.
Yeah, it sure is,
So-
because you're almost done.
You're almost done. You're almost there. You're a little bit weary.
You almost have these kids in line, at work or at home.
Yes. Yes.
And there may just be one big kid you're trying to get in line.
He's the hardest one to control.
Yeah. So, anyway, so thanks for
So thank you.
tuning
Scorpio.
in. We really appreciate it.
Yes.
So thanks again. This bud, cup is for you.
Oh, yes. Yes.
You guys are the best.
You're the best.
We
Go
really
beer.
appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, we have beer back here in Armada.
Oh, yeah, yes. Beer and bread.
Yes, we do. That's what we eat. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. We are going to be
Ah, my sunglasses.
narrating a mini documentary.
On Nefertiti and Akhenaten and their incredible life together, and why they built this city, and the birth of monotheism, which is very important in the journey of human consciousness and
well, a female divine. So stay tuned for that. And then also, if you would like to know more about this reading, check our website, because we do have readings, virtualtarot.wordpress.com. We'd be happy to do a custom reading for you. And you know what? You're mom, you deserve it. Or if you're not mom, you're still mom, because we're mother of the entire world, we women, right? We're the goddesses, so you're mothering somebody somewhere.
And if you want to gift one of these to a friend, please, all you have to do is make your donation and include the name and the email address of the person you want to donate it to, and we'll contact them from there on. So it's very easy.
That's right. So when you make your donation, email us, and we've had people ask, at avatrudy@yahoo.com. Send your questions there. We'll get right back to you, and what you get is an MP3, really, really nice audio file that you can refer to, and they have quite the shelf life.
They do, and depending on the question, they have relevance for any period of time.
All aspects.
All aspects of your life. So, thank you.
Yay! Spirit is so good. We've done great readings.
Yes, there are art.
Yes.
By the way.
Yes, and anyway, so last thing we wanted to mention Pinterest.
Oh yes.
Yes. The new thing, because we're working on growing our Pinterest page, and we actually really want to follow your Pinterest page. Let me take my glasses off. So I think it would be really neat if all of the beautiful Scorpio women shared, or men, shared their Pinterest page with us, and we will share your Pinterest page with our audience. So you can kind of see what are their interests. What do they pin?
It's a way of, we thought it would be nice to create a little family, a sort of a virtual tarot family. People, fans, and people who are interested in astrology and the tarot itself.
So we can all kind of get to know one another that way.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, so thanks.
Right. So thank you,
we appreciate it. We'll see you in July.
We'll see you in July.
Let's take our cup
and
go down to the promenade.
Oh yes.
And we're gonna go see what's going on down here.
Aki and Neffy.
Yes. Stay tuned. Bye bye.